A political shutdown is building inside the Orange Democratic Movement, and it is heading straight toward a single date, that is March 27, 2026. A special delegates convention has been called. The notices has been issued and the invitation have gone out, but one of the ODM most powerful figures is not coming. James Orengo has drawn a line at the battle over whether that conviction is legal or not may be determine the future of Kenya's largest opposition party. Siaya Governor James Orengo declared on Saturday, March 7th, 2026, that leaders allied to the Linda Mwananchi faction would not attend the ODM Special Delegates Convention scheduled for March 7th in Nairobi. Orengo dismissed the meeting as an illegal gathering that had not been properly convened in the line with the party's constitution. He laid out a specific procedural argument under ODM governing rules. The Special National Delegates Convention must be summoned by the party chairperson following a resolution by the National Executive Committee or a written requisition signed by at least 1/3 of eligible delegates. Once summoned, the notice must then be issued by the Secretary General, not the Deputy Secretary General, and must be sent out at least 21 days before the date, which publication in a major English newspaper and broadcast for at least 2 Swahili radio stations. Orengo directed sharp criticism at ODM Deputy Secretary Catherine Omanyo, who signed the March 5th notice announcing the convention. He pointed out that what he described as a deliberate inconsistency in how Omanyo's title was being deployed by the Oburu camp. She is referred to as Deputy Secretary General in formal document, but is publicly described as an acting Secretary General, depending on which audience is being addressed. He argued that this switching of titles was a sign of the procedural games being played to push through a convention that would benefit one faction over another. The ODM constitution is explicit on this point. The notice and the agenda of a special session of the National Delegates Conference must be sent out by the Secretary General at least 21 days before the date and published at least twice in daily English newspaper with general circulation in addition to at least 2 radio stations broadcast on the leading station. Orengo used this constitutional provision as the foundation of his boycott, arguing that because Sifuna remained the legal recognized Secretary General by virtue of the tribunal's order, any notice issued by Omanyos carries no valid standing. The challenge did not come from Orengo's camp alone. A group of ODM Life members wrote to the party through their lawyers at Kimani and Murithi Associate, demanding that the 14-day newspaper advertisement be revoked until all branches and leagues completed their own internal election to properly select the delegates who would attend the convention. The Life members joined Orengo in questioning the authority of Omayo's signature on the notice, adding another layer of legal uncertainty to Oburu's camp plans. The March 27 NDC is recognized as the highest decision-making organ in ODM, and a political analyst have noted that the both Oburu and Sifuna camp are intensifying focus on consolidating influence at the gathering. Analysts have also observed that ODM's decision to avoid full-scale leadership election at this convention reflects lessons drawn from the past internal contest that exposes deep division, saying the party is walking a tightrope between democracy and stability at one of the most fragile moments in its 2 decades history. The agenda for the convention, as outlined in the formal notice, includes ratification of the National Governing Council resolution on party leadership, consideration of next resolution on Article 87 of the party constitution, and an address by the party leader. The ODM parliamentary group had already endorsed the earlier NEC and CMC resolution, with National Assembly Minority Leader Junaid Mohammed reaffirming that the party's parliamentary numbers are non-negotiable in any pre-coalition talks, and that the March 27 NDC would proceed as planned. Several MPs allied to Sifuna boycotted the parliamentary group meeting, with only Saboti MP Caleb Amisi attending from the Linda Mwananchi side. Women League leader Winnie Odinga had earlier flagged the deeper constitutional concerns underpinning all of these, arguing that ODM governing structure, including the NEC and the Central Committee, cannot lawfully take decision on behalf of the party without those decisions being ratified by a proper converged delegates convention, and that the party had failed to openly communicate with its members since Raila Odinga's death. Despite Orengo's firm refusal to participate, he was equally firm on one other point. The leader Mwananchi faction would not leave ODM to form a new party. They would remain inside, fight from within, and continue to insist that ODM and Edwin Sifuna remain lawful and Secretary General of the Orange Democratic Movement.